WEFM, the clean, fresh sound.
Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Oh, me?
Lord have mercy on my soul
No, I
this
know you
morning.
did, but I...
This morning. Welcome back to this Sunny
Thank
Grenadine.
you.
The time is now 7:46. And we're back with Activated Morning this morning. And this morning we're talking prison. So there are two stories in Searchlight newspaper that we'd like to discuss. One related to contraband and the other related to, I saw the headline was "Don't Abandon Us," said the inmates.
All right, so now I will start. Okay, Ari? All right, so authorities are still battling. This is the headline I'm reading from Searchlight. Authorities still battling to keep contraband out of prisons. All right, so society, listen up. Officers at His Majesty's prison are still battling with trying to keep mobile phones out of the penal institution. A senior prison officer who spoke to Searchlight during the His Majesty's Prison Week of Activities said most of the time family members are to be blamed for these and for other contraband infiltrating the penal institution. I know there are some families who encourage inmates here to do things that are not in line with the prison regulations. They would throw cell phones for them, send credit. We would like them to desist from doing that because it doesn't really help their loved ones in there, says prison officer Gareth Clark. As a way to crack down on infractions committed by inmates, prison authorities enacted a new policy for this year's Family Day event. In years past, Family Day was open to everybody, whether you had infractions or not. But this year we made some adjustments. Persons who had serious infractions, they were excluded from this year's activity, like disrespect to officers, cellular phones, serious fights. Those inmates were excluded. The new policy saw around 5% of the prison population being excluded from this year's Family Day event, which was held on Wednesday, the 13th of December in Kingstown and at Belle Isle Prison on Thursday, the 14th, December 14th, right? Just to give some stats. In April this year, 46 cell phones were discovered among other contraband items, including during a search of the facility. Also found were 28 cell phone chargers, 23 cell phone batteries, 14 headphones, 4 AirPads, 1 power pack, and 14 pairs of scissors, 6 diggers used to inflict injuries during fights, 1 hacksaw blade, as well as marijuana, high lead, and cigarettes. All right. So the reason why we're drawing this story to the attention, right, is the fact that we have people in prison, family members, friends, etc., behind prison walls. But you thinking that you're assisting them by throwing cell phones over the walls, throwing charges over the walls, you are not helping them in the rehabilitation process, right? These prisoners they're behind prison for a reason. Prison is a form of rehabilitation, a form of correction. And you throwing or you enabling them in wrongdoing or the wrong activity is not in any way helping them, right? This year there was the Family Day activity, and as stated in the article, persons who had infractions were not allowed to participate. Now the thing of it is that if prisoners know upfront that if they do certain things or if they found doing negative things that go against the prison rules, they're not going to participate in certain things. And then family members cannot get upset at the fact of either not being able to see your family members or them not participating in activities such as the recently held prison concert, right? So, we talk about society having to come together to, number one, to fight crime, to stop crime, etc. But when you have persons who have actually gone to prison, this is where the role of society, family members, friends, etc., come into play in terms of the rehabilitation process. You should not be encouraging certain things. We always hear of stories like That situation with Veron Primus, where you hear persons making calls behind bars, and you're wondering how are they making calls behind bars? How do they even have cell phones? But if you have society enabling them, then you see what is happening here.
This is very heavy, and I think this is the best time to pause for a giveaway. What are we giving away this morning?
In the middle of a thing, I thought you were going to share your opinions.
I'll share my opinion after the giveaway.
All right, so let's do a quick one so that Ari could get in his thoughts, right? We are going to give away an Ocean Spray Juices compliments Massey. And it's a simple question. When is Christmas Day? All right, so the number to call is Ari, I'm reading from the paper. All right, the number to call is 457-9997. Right, you can direct call or WhatsApp call. Right, so while we await there we go. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's the answer to the difficult question?
What did you say?
I said, what is the answer to the difficult question? When is Christmas Day?
The 25th December.
25th of December. All right, what's your name?
Dylan Sutherland.
Okay, I'm hearing
we're getting a lot of feedback. Please turn down the radio.
Turn on the radio and move away from it, please.
Okay.
All right, give me a name again.
Dylan Sutherland.
Durant?
Dylan.
Duran?
Dillon.
Dylan?
Yes, please.
Dylan
Okay.
Sutherland. All right, Dylan,
Yes,
the number
please.
that you're calling from is your number?
No, please.
Dylan, you sound really young. Do you have identification?
What did you say? Yes, please.
You have an ID?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay. Dylan, give us the number that we can reach you on, please.
36
Uh-huh.
91
Uh-huh.
52
Okay.
52
Uh-huh.
6
Uh-huh.
8791.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Dylan, for participating today. We will let you know how.
You're welcome.
All right. When to collect your prize. All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
All right. So keep listening. We have more giveaways to give away during activated mornings this morning. So what Roleza just read is that there are 46 cell phones that were discovered among other contraband items during a search of the facility. Also, there were 28 cell phone chargers, 23 cell phone batteries, 14 headphones, 4 AirPods. I believe that's supposed to say AirPods. 1 power pack, 14 pairs of scissors, 6 daggers used to inflict injuries during fights, 1 hacksaw blade, as well as marijuana, high lead, and cigarettes. Now, in my opinion, and this might go against how a lot of people feel. Okay, this might go against how a lot of people feel, but in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where we have, especially during COVID, seen a lot of inmates post videos, go live, doing a lot of stuff. We even seen the one we were speaking about yesterday, Maxi. When he got arrested, he's still in prison doing skits and whatever. And you said something interesting. You hope they find his cell phone. I didn't think it's that deep. I don't think it's that deep to have cell phones as contraband. Maybe if you regulate the time or something, but I don't think it's harmful with the 46 cell phones and the batteries and the AirPods. And I understand prison is supposed to be punishment, but I don't know. For me personally, I don't think it's that deep.
But you can okay, content and now.
No, where the problem comes in is the 14 pairs of scissors, the 6 diggers, the hacksaw blade, the marijuana, the high lead, and the cigarettes. That, I think, is the problem. And I'm wondering now, because I'm pretty sure the prison officers have been battling these issues for a very long time. I'm wondering what are the possible solutions, because I'm pretty sure these six diggers, I'm pretty sure they were made in the prison but the scissors and marijuana and highlight and cigarettes. And I'm pretty sure most people would have heard that there are people that throw stuff over the wall at His Majesty's prison. I'm not sure if it was found at Belle Isle or not. I think Belle Isle is a little more difficult to smuggle things into Belle Isle. But how do we, outside of urging persons with their freedom to not be passing weapons and drugs and cigarettes to the inmates, what can the police officers and what can be done to counteract the dangerous weapons, drugs, and cigarettes? That's my question. But as it relates to the cell phone, I don't think it's that serious.
Yeah, but remember, you can also still operate a criminal enterprise behind prison using communication. Cell phones is
it doesn't have to. It don't have to be cell phones. So if you're going to blame cell phones for that,
no, and not just that, but the thing of it is that if you are supposed to be, you are removed from society, right? One of the things that can happen with having a cell phone behind bars is that you can continue criminal operations.
You could continue criminal operations without a cell phone.
You mean like passing notes and so forth?
Yeah, you even need notes. Persons come and visit, whatever. You're entitled to phone calls. So,
right, and you're entitled to phone calls that may possibly be monitored, right? And
you really believe phone calls are monitored?
I don't know. It could be possible. Probably have to find out.
That's for certainty. I would be genuinely surprised.
But the thing of it too is that if they are allowed to make phone calls, you know who it is that they're calling, the time that is spent, etc. And I'm sure that the prison officer would be there to listen to what is being said. It's not going to be a closed conversation. If you're going to have a cell phone, who knows what all is happening if you have a cell phone?
Adrian, is it monitored? Are you aware of whether or not it's monitored or not? In your capacity as a lawyer?
Well, he said that's hilarious. I guess he's probably saying that he doesn't believe that it's monitored, right?
The journalists may need to clarify. But yeah.
But the thing of it is that if they're making
he's not aware of such.
Right. Okay. So what I'm also saying is that if a call is to be placed, if they're allowed to place calls, it's going to be within the hearing of a prison officer. I highly doubt that they're going to be off somewhere making a call and the prison officer is not going to hear. Right. So there's that mechanism for monitoring what is being said. If you have a cell phone in a cell, it's not going to be monitored.
I was saying, I'm pretty sure they could find some form of regulation, but in 2023, soon to be 2024, to have a cell phone and cell phone batteries and stuff as contraband, stuff that's not being used as weapons, I don't see the point of it.
Yeah, well, I know.
Exactly. People use codes and different. Yeah, so the cell phone thing is a minor issue in my opinion, at least.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to agree to disagree on this particular one, but I can see the harm that can be done if someone is allowed to sell a phone that isn't monitored, right? So, yeah. But before we step out, there's a story in continuation of the prisons topic. Another story appeared in the Social newspaper last Friday, where prisoners were asking family members not to abandon them, right? And this was in relation to the recently held Family Day. One of the things that came out of it that I remember is generally there isn't that physical interaction that takes place between when there are visits. And they were allowed to do that. So they were able to get hugs from their children and family members, etc. For the first time. And, as much as persons say that, yes, persons are behind bars, it's all about rehabilitation. We want to be strict and enforce certain things. I think when you have situations like this, where persons don't necessarily feel removed from society, removed from family members, etc., it helps them in realizing that they still have that support system, or that support system will still be there for when they return to society. Because remember, ultimately, that after a prisoner has done their time, they're going to return to be amongst us. They're going to return to our families. They're going to return to our society. So little things like this, where you have prisoners who, let's say, have been good model prisoners throughout the year. Activities such like this would help to boost their spirits. right?
Yeah.
Knowing that they have that support that's still there. All right.
I think there's more to be said on this topic. So what we'll do is when we break, we won't end the live. We'll just continue. But the time now is 8 o'clock in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and your time check was brought to you by New Haven Funeral Home.
Death is a fact of life. Even though death is a fact of life, that doesn't make it any easier. When dealing with the loss of a loved one, you may try to be strong, but it's really hard sometimes. But that's just when the experience of the staff at New Haven Funeral Home can demonstrate their compassion and help to guide your family through the difficult time. So in your time of loss, call the New Haven Funeral Home at 457-1830 or 458-1467 or email newhavenfuneralhome@gmail.com. New Haven Funeral Home, SVG's preferred funeral home.
People's Pharmacy, for all your pharmaceutical, skin and body care needs. Located on Grenville Street in Kingstown. They open 8 a.m. to Saturday. Call them today at 784-456-1170. People's Pharmacy also stock vitamins and supplements, personal care items, toiletries, children and adult pampers, and much, much more. And of course, get your prescriptions filled by a friendly and professional pharmacist. People's Pharmacy. Come in today and let us serve you.
This Christmas, Log Enterprises will be giving away over $2,000 worth of prizes. For every purchase of $50 or more in cash, you get a chance to win. First prize, a hamper plus a $200 shopping voucher. Second prize, $200 shopping voucher. Third prize, $100 shopping voucher. Buy from the truck or shop at Log Enterprises in Lower Middle Street, Kingstown and win. Just spend $50 or more in cash. Draw date December 21st. But that's not all. Listen to your favorite radio station daily. Answer the questions correctly and win. There'll be 24 $50 shopping vouchers to be given away. One for every correct answer. Please note that vouchers must be cashed within 14 days at Log Cash and Carry in Fountain. Log Enterprises says, have a Merry Christmas and a joyous New Year.
That could have been you. An accident that could have been avoided because your tires had almost no grip on the road. Safety is a factor that should never be overlooked when it comes to your car or whatever you drive. SVG Tire Sales and Services in Falls Avenue and in Arnisvale carries a wide selection of quality new tires to fit any car, truck, minibus, or SUV so you can experience a comfortable and safe commute every time. We are agents for the world's most reliable brands on and off the road, including Kenda Tires, the king of the mountain, Cooper Tires, king of the road and track, Osto, the king of the outback, and High Fly, the king of the Asian highway. We also carry new tires for light or heavy-duty trucks from MRF, High Fly, and Linglong. A reliable set of new tires keep you, your passengers, and your payload always in the safe lane. So when you need quality tires with reliability at 100%, choose SVG Tire Sales and Services in Kingstown, 457-1467, or in Arnisvale, 456-6444. SVG Tire Sales and Services. Performance and reliability proven when the rubber meets the road.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and you can find the season's best at Quartz. Get the best brands, best prices, and more. Save 25% on select items. Shop today with no cash and pay absolutely nothing until March 2024. Plus, stay protected for up to 4 years with Super Shield extended warranty. The season's best is at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply. Offer available until December 30th, 2023.
That's the sound of your animals. Strong, healthy, and delivering yields you love. That didn't just happen. It began with you feeding them only the best. East Caribbean Feeds. Rest assured, we only produce your feeds with premium ingredients. No hormones, no animal byproducts. Just everything your animal needs from maximum nutrition. Because your animals deserve only the best. East Caribbean Feeds from Maximum Nutrition.
WEFM, the clean, fresh sound.
Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
And the time is now 8:05 in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and we're back here with Activated Mornings this morning. And the topic is prisons, keeping the contrabands out and not abandoning the prisoners when they're incarcerated. Now, there are a few comments I want to read. First on the live and then WhatsApp. So Marcia says, good morning. Calls are monitored from the prison phone. Marcia, I'm curious. In what capacity do you have this information? Is it just an opinion? Were you informed? Where does this come from? Franklin says there's something named networking, so cell phone is dangerous. And Adrian says support systems are necessary for rehabilitation. I support these activities. Okay, someone says most prisons use a device called Stingray or a small mobile phone tower. Your phone connected to it before the network so they can listen to your call if they choose to. It is possible not used in SVG. You generally find them at customs and airports around the world. Did you say digger as a tractor digger? That is a rather large device to get into a prison. I think when they say digger, they mean shiv. Another comment is, I believe it could be monitored or tapped because I was speaking to a certain person and I always hear about myself only with that person, no one else. And yeah, I remember last year I was in the States and I was hanging out with someone and they received a call and they a lengthy phone call. Like, oh yeah, this guy called from prison.
A random call?
In St. Vincent? No, in St. Vincent. The person in Vincent, the person call him in WhatsApp call him. They're having a lengthy conversation with them. I'm like, okay. But like seeing stuff like that, it just doubled down on how I felt before and how I still currently feel. Like cell phones, it's not that serious, and you can network and you can run your criminal enterprise and do all these things without the cell phone. What I have been seeing, the prisoners use the cell phone for leisure, to post videos, to be on the social networks, not to run any criminal enterprise. I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm not saying it's not possible at all, but I think there's the least of it.
And then remember the thing too with the cell phone, it's instant communication, right? So even if you use codes, even if you use messaging like paper or whatever, that takes longer. But if if you have a device that sends an instant message, things could be coordinated very quickly.
And it's not coordinated when you have the prison officers on your team. You signal the prison officer, hey, send out this message for me. Same thing. You saying that don't happen?
I don't
exactly.
know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I
think cell phone,
something like that.
Cell phones is the least of it. But in relations to the other story, I just yesterday was speaking about Alana.
To answer your question, yes, it does happen because prison officers have been charged. But yes, but is it necessarily popular? Do we want to frame majority? Then no, right?
I don't say majority at all.
I know, but I just thinking on it and just to put it there because I know you're watching in a particular way.
Yesterday, I was speaking about Alana and the video is right there on SVG TV's Facebook where she speaks about her painting, how she feels, and I detected a bit of borderline depression, sadness in her living quarters, how she feels. I mean, she is an inmate after all, and I'm not sure if we spoke about it on Cop Chat, and we didn't even announce there's no Cop Chat this morning. There's no Cop Chat this morning. To the listeners who are looking forward to the Cop Chat, there's no Cop Chat this morning. I guess they're on Christmas break.
They're on a Christmas break. So we would return with Cop Chat in January. All right.
Yes, oh boy, I can't believe that slip. But
we are talking about everything else.
But they did say that they're working on improving therapy, right? Did they? Yeah.
I know that they have social workers who would visit, that type of thing, visit the prisoners. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, it depends on the crime, where I could understand, because just last month or month before, there was a brother that killed another brother. If the family don't want to visit him, I understand. I wholeheartedly understand. But when you're in for
too soon to visit, to have to come to terms with everything.
yeah, when you're in for manslaughter, you accidentally knock down somebody and kill them, or something like that. You're in for theft and that sort of thing. I do think that they can be rehabilitated, and what goes a large step towards that goal is having the support from loved ones, from families, from your children, from your sister, mother, your immediate family, your friends.
Even friends.
So when your friend is incarcerated, don't forget about them. They're human beings.
But even as you were talking about the recent killing of a brother killing another brother, and it might be difficult for family members to visit at this time. Imagine how he might be feeling, because I'm not sure that he woke up in the morning. I know. I see your face, but
I'll let you finish.
Let me tell you how, right? Your whole face is telling me what it is you're about to say.
Boy, I different, eh? My brother killed my brother for nonsense too. But I don't care how you feel. Feel bad in there. Feel bad in there.
All right, we have a call.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Yes. Good, and you?
We're good. We're good. I'm talking for Ari too. We're good.
Yesterday, you guys were playing a tape of was it Prison Concert, I believe?
Yes.
Performance of the Prison Concert. Was it broadcast live on radio, the Prison Concert?
It was. It was on, I believe, NBC Radio, and I know for sure it was on VC3, on YouTube for VC3. Not sure if anyone else brought it.
Yeah, I used to look forward to that Prison Concert. Sometimes you go there and you haven't seen somebody in a long time. You thought they're overseas, but they're right behind jail. And then you would hear people in the crowd nearby. Same as in such a small country where a lot of people know each other. So you would be in the audience and you're hearing people nearby. Oh, that person was in jail for rape. That person was in jail for murder. That person was in jail for trouble.
Yeah, you hear it from the audience in truth. Yes, correct.
In Trinidad, right? Carnival time in Trinidad. Carnival Wednesday, a place called Woodruff Square. They have prisoners that come on stage and sing calypso, soca. And they even have a competition in the jail for the at Carnival time. Soca Monarch, Calypso Monarch, and they also have Chutney Monarch for the Indian prisoners. Okay. I would love to see something like that. And the prisoners also have their own live band. The prison officers also, they have a live band, 18-piece band with like 6 brass. And they toured Miami a couple of times at the Carnival. So, but we don't have the resources. I know it's not the resources. If we could have just like that Carnival time, they go and do the thing, calypso, soap, or whatever, and have a live band and even a steel band, because we hear about pan against crime. Why not give the prisoners a pan side? Why not give the prisoners a pan side? So it's all in the rehabilitation process. I love to see all that, but
it's some interesting points. Go ahead.
There was a Jamaican guy one time. He had a song called Passport Buddy, and he came to St. Vincent and he got caught with cocaine, and he performed at the prison concert, and the crowd loved him. And he had dreadlocks, and they say he misbehaved while he was in prison, and they cut his dreadlocks. So he appealed against his sentence. I think it was a 2-year sentence he get. So after 6 months, the judge let him go because they violated his rights by cutting his dreadlocks. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Last thing in Jamaica, I understand they don't do that in Jamaica. They don't have prison concert. That would be good. Imagine if Jamaica had prison concert and you could see Vibes Cartel on stage for free. That would be at Christmas, at whatever time, that would be good.
I think Jamaicans too serious with their crimes for that.
Cartel releasing music. Jack Yo's song, I think Behind Prison Walls, came out when he was in prison, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah.
They have their ways of getting music out.
Yeah, no, but get to see them perform live while in prison. We have
Oh.
that opportunity. In St. Vincent, Jamaica don't have that.
Yeah, I think
Jamaicans
Jamaica
don't
too
have that.
serious with their crimes for that.
Yeah. All right. Have
All
a good
right.
morning.
No
Bye.
problem.
There's a high possibility of a Jamaican prisoner performing and somebody shooting at him from the crowd. And Jamaica crimes way too serious.
And
Way
it-
too serious.
And you know the thing too, as you say that, it's the open air that we have here in Vinci. Because somebody, what was it I was talking? I was talking to somebody, a Bajan who resides here in Vinci, and I had up a post with the same person concert, and he was mentioning that in Vinci it's so different because our prisoners would walk through town with an officer and you never see them handcuffed or anything. You know, you see them riding in the back of the transport, the open transport. And I had to tell him that the thing of it is that I've never heard of any instance. Let's say they're in Kingston and a prisoner, let's say tore off running. You know, he never tried to get away, you know. And I think in most instances, just like they did with the prison concert or even the other activities that they had, is those who they know who are well behaved. I mean, yes, you might not always be too certain somebody could still take a chance, you know, but we've never really had any of those incidents. To get back to another point that the caller made, he's speaking about the prison ban, he's speaking about other methods of rehabilitation. Remember, one of the problems that the prison also faces is that, Damon, I see your call, but just let me make this point quickly. Is the lack of resources, because you need it's all of it is not going to come from government funding, right? So the prisons themselves, they need to be able to have resources allocated to them so that they can have alternative methods for rehabilitation. All right, Demon, how do you pronounce it?
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. I'm calling to find out something. This is us, Blue calling. I'm calling to find out something that's supposed to call me concerning a one price.
Oh, Crystal was supposed to get in contact with you.
All right.
They will. Okay, all right. Just updated now. Okay, no
All right,
problem.
no problem. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. So yes. So the point is that the prisons they do need resources if we want to see these alternative things. You know, persons who have the means who can assist, please do so. I remember even the same post that I had on my WhatsApp, and many persons were commenting of the youthfulness of those who participated in the prison concert, right? And it is true. You have a lot of young people behind bars. You have a lot of people with talent who are behind bars. You know, let's be able to channel their energies, their creativity, their skills, their talents into meaningful areas so that when they come out of prison, they can be they can fit back in within society, you know. So
Someone said to me, Ari, no way, the cell phone, it facilitates too much, too easily. They remove the prisoners from their removal from the wider society. Well, I do agree. As I said, they're supposed to be there being punished. And the cell phone does make it seem like they're not really that removed from society. But I don't know. I still don't think in this day and age, 2023, 2024, it that serious to come down as harsh as we do on cell phones in prisons. There's another comment here. We should be nicer to people in prison. Most of them are there due to no fault of their own. Yes, some people deserve to be there. The problem is that they become non-member of society from the prison guards, justice, and so-called upstanding members of society, the least who should be trusted. And just add on to what Roleza said, just yesterday I saw two prisoners on the back of a truck just chilling.
yeah, they always just chilling, you know. They always just chilling.
So
And
this,
I know before I used to feel intimidated when I saw them, and now I'm like, all right.
this is in relation to the phone call. Someone says that guy is crazy. Those criminals not like Vincentian criminals in regards to the Jamaican comment. Like, no, ain't going no Jamaican prison concert. No.
All right, come, keep reading.
As far as I am aware, all cell phone communications is logged at the cell phone company. The actual conversation is not recorded, but contact numbers can be tracked. I know of a situation where a stolen cell phone was recovered by tracking its use. However, that has to be done with police authority. And I think like for iPhones, Apple refuses to hand over data to to I don't want to just say police, but the agencies in general, FBI, CIA, Apple refuses to hand over its data to them
I think
to
the same thing
assist them
happens
in
with WhatsApp. I think WhatsApp, they had to take WhatsApp to court or something, some matter or the
I'm
other.
trying to
Yeah.
remember because from what I remember, Facebook usually cooperates 100%.
Well, before I think
Yeah, maybe now they change
it had a situation
ownership.
where so
I don't know.
yeah.
But yes, the same thing I was saying. I didn't even glance the story properly, but I'm saying that Alana is in the story. So she says having the support of your family in prison is really important. Some people categorize you and they see you as nothing, but it is really nice to have somebody that will not give up on you. To know that you have a second chance with at least somebody. Then there are people who don't have that support. So it's kind of difficult, Alana told Searchlight in an interview. Now, again, Alana is one of the 3 women who are convicted of manslaughter in relation to a 2017 stabbing death of Fair Hall resident 23-year-old Simona da Silva. The Camden Park woman was sentenced to 7 years in prison. That's Hudson. She's from Camden Park. Hudson said that she clings to the hope that her stint behind bars is drawing close to an end. Yeah, because Crystal and I were trying to break down yesterday.
I was listening.
Yeah, how long she has left. Her co-accused, Taylor Morford, she said that she was also sentenced to 7 years. She said that she appreciates the family day because it provides the opportunity to socialize with relatives in a more relaxed setting. And there's a picture of her kissing her mother on the cheek. Sorry, I lost the part of the article. She says, normally when we get visits, it's just like 15 minutes and you're not allowed to touch. But today was different. You could get to socialize more and it is more time. So for me, that was different and better. Now, in their case, where I don't remember word for word the facts of the case, but what I remember is the 3 of them got in an altercation with the young lady, and the 3rd person charged with them stabbed her to death. And I do think it's unfortunate that I'm saying this, especially on air, but I do think that it's a story that a lot of people could understand. Because especially with teenagers, they get in stupid fights. The other 2 persons not in the other girl's name. They weren't teenagers at the time. They were like 20 years old. But you're not in the other person's mind. So why are you thinking, okay, I hit you a box or a kick or something and leave it there? The other person thinking, nope, I'm taking it there.
Yeah,
and you don't know that. So you really have to be careful of your company.
Careful of your company, careful of your actions, because it's just one. All it takes is just one thing. I know that. I know what you're reading. Yes, go ahead and read it so everybody could laugh as well.
Somebody said, check this. We have 3 prison officers with batons watching 30 prisoners with cutlasses. Now imagine that, and diggers and scissors, and that's the problem to me. The weapons,
right?
That's the problem to me. Them having weapons.
How about we just group all of them and say all of them is the problem, Harry?
Nah, I don't think cell phones.
Just concede.
Nah, boy, the cell phone thing I could understand. It making it seem like they're more on vacation than serving out a prison sentence if you freely allow them to have cell phone. But if you regulate it, maybe give them an hour or 2 hours and you really come down on it. I don't know.
What could happen within the hour?
It's the same thing.
Can be coordinated within
as
the hour.
Udo said, they send codes in the same manner. I don't think the cell phone prevents that much when it comes to. Do I see the dangers? Yes, of course. But I don't think the cell phone prevents that much when it comes to running criminal enterprises.
What's it in air quotes?
Send Vince to criminal enterprises. The people who run in criminal enterprises free.
Oh, jeez. Harry. No, I'm not going along with you with that.
Somebody said, if there is a prisoner who is very wicked, he will not get a chance to be outside in a concert. So it can be with Jamaica. There's no difference. Yes. But let's say Vybz Kartel is behaving himself. People get word, Vybz Kartel will be performing and this and Lizard family in the crowd. You see how that could go? You see how that could
We
go?
are a bit more of a relaxed society
Yeah.
because even the prison concert was moved to a bigger area this year. It was no longer in the courthouse yard, but it went to Solidarity Car Park, which not only shows how many persons generally attend in terms of trying to make persons a bit more comfortable with this spacing, but it really is an activity that's looked forward to by Vincentians. I think maybe in to compare, it's maybe just as popular as, let's say, Sokomana competition, I suppose. I don't know, maybe just to say it like that. But yeah, it is an activity that is looked forward to. But to bring things back, remember the starting point of this conversation as well is that our role within society, in terms of if you want for your family members, your friends to be rehabilitated, please do not throw cell phones. Do not throw cell phones and other contraband over the walls. Allow them to go through their rehabilitation process based on the rules and the regulations of the institution that they found themselves in, which is the prison system, right? And also, please remember to extend that support to them because they are going to be with us when they come back out. Let them know that we still look at them and we still regard them as being humans, So whoever could extend, let me take this call. Hi, caller. Good morning.
I'll be very brief. One time at the prison concert, there was a bar nearby, and people were handing drinks to the prisoners in the plastic cups.
Mm-hmm.
And the prison superintendent was there, and he see what was happening, and he grabbed one of the cup and smell it and see that it was alcohol, and they made an announcement that you can't be giving your prisoners alcohol. But in the first place, they shouldn't be passing any cups there. That was a security breach. Nobody should be passing cups to prisoners in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed.
All right, I gone.
All right.
Yeah, because if you're passing cups, who knows what else you're passing?
Right.
And like you say, we relax. So maybe in some cases we are too relaxed because think about it. That could have gone all the way south. That could have been a means to pass a weapon, to pass a digger, shiver, a scissors, and
yeah.
I don't think I drop it in the cup. But if you could pass
if you
the
do
cup,
like a razor, you could drop it in the cup and
I know the Venezuela thing sound like a movie, but the movie thing, I don't think the movie thing to drop it in. But anyways, okay, in Roleza's wall, this may happen. No, they could also pass the weapons, and it could be the good prisoners being influenced by the bad prisoners. That sounds weird, but I'm sure everybody get what I'm trying to say. And they use them as mules to get this stuff back in because you get your chance outside. So get something in for me now.
Yeah.
But
right, so we have our role to play within society. So
we do.
Let's
have
do
our
our
role.
part. All righty.
Yes.
You said
and
that
please don't forget them. They are human beings and they deserve love and they deserve not to be forgotten. Please. Okay. So those who won prizes that has not been contacted yet by WEFM, you should be contacted shortly and keep your ears glued. We might have a giveaway in the next segment. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Are we feeling jolly today?
Well, we'll be right back.
It's that time of year because Christmas time is here again. So come shop at Caramedics for the best quality products for your homes. We carry bathroom and doormats, cloth and plastic shower curtains, bath towels and washcloths, comforter and sheet sets in king and queen sizes, decorative pillows, large, medium, and small, window and kitchen curtains,